Yo, 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 what's up? Yo, MTV Raps. I think I'm gonna go on TikTok also. I mean, I'm paying for it, right? I should probably use that third platform. I don't like having to have another browser window open to monitor chats on another platform. That's the only issue. That's literally it. That's my biggest thing with not wanting to use it. Um, yeah. So, Easy Red 2, center of the screen right here. This had another DLC chapter that just came out. Their stuff tends to be pretty good, but I picked that up. I haven't really got to use it yet because that game has weird structure. Hold on, we're about to get a bunch of weird noise. Every time I go to TikTok, it goes to TikTok and just opens a video instead of going to stuff. All right. She fighting. Is this Mr. Sandman? I forgot the Mike Tyson bunch of enemies. Uh inside of, Glass Joe and stuff. All right. Follow this person. Okay, cool. I got TikTok open and I've also got YouTube and Twitch. Um, I don't think I got anything else recently. Oh no, I got this. This is one of those games that I've been meaning to check out for a while. The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. Um, when you see it, let me see if I can go to the store page. If you've never seen this before, it's a game that you look at and you're like, oh, this is like River City Ransom. I'm all right, whatever. It's like, just like an indie version of River City Ransom. Like, look at this. But apparently this isn't the game. The game is more like this. The game is supposed to be more so about you and your friends kind of hanging out and everybody sort of growing up and drifting apart. Um, but when you look at it, it looks like it's just like, another River City Ransom game. So I kept seeing it pop up on certain lists. Some people would be like, oh, this is one of the coolest, like most original ideas for a game. And somebody else would be like, I don't understand this. Um, it sounds interesting though. I got Gex to work just a minute ago. I should have streamed it. It's a good thing I didn't because I don't know how to exit out of the game. But the Gex trilogy, the catch is somebody in the forums. Let's see if I can pull it up. So I was looking on here to figure out what was going on with it. Um, yeah, it's just the PS1 games. Uh, there's a lot of posts like this, and as you see, there's no responses to like anything. Um, so what got it to work for me is I had to just pull out the handheld, like not have it hooked up to the dock that it's hooked up to right now that's showing everything on the stream. Um, and by not having a second monitor attached, all of a sudden the game worked, that's a very strange issue. But there's certain games, I think this is a limited run. I think there's other games that they've had where I've had like weird issues too, like, oh, disable controller support for this. You can't use this kind of input or whatever, certain devices or whatever. Then there's never a patch to fix any of this stuff. So, what a nightmare. I don't think there's anything else down here that is new. I did install this Monday Meltdown, but I got that a while ago. I don't know why I have this. I don't honestly remember. Um, Hardcore. I've been meaning to check this out. I figured I would stream it whenever I do, so maybe that'll be now. Who knows? Anything else down here? I got Crossworlds to work. I think I streamed that though. I don't know what I did. I think I just I think I put the settings back to like whatever they were recommended at, and I think I changed this resolution scaling. I just tried to load Street Fighter 6 and it opened and it got to the press start screen where it says like Street Fighter 6 and then it just crashed. For some reason I've opened up a handful of games in the past like day or two and there was a Windows update. I'm thinking that might have been it, but it's just been crashing the games and sending them back to the Windows desktop on the Legion, and then it opens up big picture mode. So I don't know if it's a Steam issue or what. Um, sit down here. I did reinstall this because I'm convinced this game is awesome. Like it sounds great. It's got like overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's pretty cheap. It just sounds like it's kind of wacky, which I could use. But there's another game that's up a little bit higher So I got Dinsha Tech. I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, we'll check this out. I bought this. I think it came out on Thursday. I believe I bought it Thursday night or something. I had a ticket to go see the Odyssey, and it had been storming off and on all day, and ended up being at work a little bit later than I expected. But the ticket was like 7:10. Work ends. The shift ends at 5:30. I'm usually there until about 6, making sure everything's cleaned up and all. I got out of work on like 6:30. Get to the theater. Theater power's out. I had the ticket, or I had bought this, and I had the Legion with me in the car, and I had intended to play it. Since it wasn't raining at the time. I think it was still kind of raining a little bit, but there was a bunch of lightning like right before I got out of work. So I guess the theater got hit or something. Not the theater specifically, but somewhere near there got hit, and their power went out. Nobody else's, just theirs. Everybody else might have had a backup generator on it, but everybody else in the block, also in that little section of the plaza, they're already closed. So I waited out there for like an hour and a half. Got a free ticket for whatever. But I had meant to play this while I was waiting, but I also didn't want to go sit in my car because I was like, well, what if the power comes back on and, like, hey, we're going to start the movie in like 10 minutes. I missed out. So there was that. Captain Wayne, we streamed. This is the crazy pirate game that I ended up using with the, what's it called? The Razer Tartarus. I got this installed again. I can't make this game feel well on a controller on PC. But I found out, I think this is because there's no auto aiming, which is fine. Whatever. I loaded this up the other day. You see how it has controller support in the bottom right corner? This is an old PC game. This is not good controller support. Like, the game was already, like, weird on PC, because it's, like, from around when Ghost Recon 1 came out. It's a weird game. But anyway, let's go ahead and check this out. Dinsha Tech. Hey, what's up? See, I cannot pronounce that name. I see you, though. Oh, man. You know what's funny is I own every other game except for Primal and New Dawn. I don't have Far Cry Primal. Honestly, I completely forgot about that game. It's super funny, though. Every time there's a Steam sale, I was like, I should check out Far Cry Primal, and then I don't. I thought about going back and playing Far Cry 5 again recently. I don't know. That was a game that I bought, and I thought it looked cool, but it had a lot of issues. What is this resolution? What are we doing here? What is... Wait, what? What is this? I don't need to alt tab here, so I'll set this to... What's this? 720p? Sure. I'm using a handheld thingy to stream this, so... What? Now? Right? Like, now. If you mean in this session, in the last, like, 8 minutes, why do games do this? Games do this. The two things that drive me crazy that they do now is they do this, but they start the game off at like 50% volume, and then like they'll have subtitles and like they have the feature, but they don't turn them on, and I don't understand like why. This is like this for a reason. Alright, let's go ahead. This is... I'm gonna type it. It's Dinsha Tech. It just came out recently. It's the game where if you see the trailers, like it just came out on PC, I think it's on Switch and all the modern consoles or whatever. It's got a person... I guess they're like riding a train, and somehow it looks like they're on the train and doing kickflips and stuff. It looks like a mix between like Jet Grind Radio and like Crazy Taxi and like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I don't understand how. Yeah, this is my first time actually playing this, so I meant to check it out Thursday or Friday or last night. I guess it's still technically Saturday night somewhere.
Crisis has pushed humanity into air-purifying dome cities. A future not so distant from yours. A company called Miraidon has connected the country through an underground network of supersonic railway systems, the Backtrain. The high-tech cities have become crowded, jammed, full of families pursuing a better life. But really, who cares about all that? This is a story about fishermen, about artisans, about farmers.
I guess just let that go.
This is
Sorry.
a story about outlaws, orphans,
I guess my mic is terrible.
and this is a story about those who remain outside.
Yeah, I really don't know what to expect of this. It sounds cool. Somebody said that this game, oh, I can see it. They said it had like real Dreamcast energy. There's been a handful of games that have come out recently that have like Dreamcast
These
PS2
tracks are
energy.
getting worse by
Not
the
art
day.
style necessarily, but there's something about the spirit of the game that feels like that.
Well, no time to waste.
Drift around corners by braking. So I just... Oh, I get it. Okay, this makes sense. When you look at it, it's like, it's hard to tell what's happening. Sure.
Nice then. Woo!
Man, there's some weird stuff happening like beside me. It's weird. It's like a super tiny one too. It's really small, but it's moving quick in a way that made me think it was something else. No clue what just happened. Ah, alright, whatever. Let's
Nice then.
okay, so that's a jump. Oh, you can jump over ridiculously tall stuff. Wow, it didn't even occur to me that's possible. All right, jumping in. Okay, there we go. There's the weird kick flip. Far Cry games. I finished 2 through 5. So I guess that's 4 of them. 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the ones I finished. Never finished 1. 6 made me really angry. I don't care for... Ubisoft has this way of, when they make games, they have this tendency to... They kind of do whatever for a while, and they find something that works, and they're like, huh, let's make every game this thing that works. And that like, so when they did the open world thing with like, you know, Far Cry 3 where you climb the towers and all of a sudden you can see like the whole map in a certain area and you can find all the collectibles and stuff, I think that's cool. Assassin's Creed has that too. I even think that the Crew had it, but all of their games were that. And then Assassin's Creed Origins comes out and they realize like, oh man, we could do experience points, like, you know, have your character level up and we can have you get different types of gear. You know, maybe this enemy, maybe you need to have like a poison blade to attack this enemy. The enemies all have levels and stuff, and that worked out. And then they did Odyssey, and Odyssey was super long. It was a good game, but Odyssey was really long. And then Valhalla came out and I was tired of it. And then Far Cry 6 comes out after that, and Far Cry 6 leaned into the entire you have enemies that have certain types of armor on and they have different levels, and you need to use like certain types of bullet, like elemental bullets on enemies, and I'm like, I don't want this. I didn't want any parts of that. I liked Ghost Recon Wildlands, is that the one? But then the other one came out, whatever the one was like right after it, and when I tried that demo out or whatever, the closed beta had the same issue where it had like all this gear score stuff. I didn't want that, so never really got into that. But I think at some point they made a mode that got rid of it. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh.
I won't give up.
My brain isn't processing what's happening here. Alright. There's a lot going on right now.
Nice then.
Yo, what? Yeah, so Far Cry 1 is a game that I try to go back to. Alright, so my history with Far Cry was the first job I had. I graduated in 2005. Far Cry came out, I feel like around then. I think Crysis was out first, then we had Far Cry. Could have been the other way around. Either way, I remember getting Far Cry and like it didn't really run on my computer. And the job I had, I ended up just trying to, that's the first time I actually like added stuff to my own computer. I would buy computers either from friends before when I was in high school and like just get cheap parts and add those in. But I ended up getting like a new graphics card so I could play Far Cry 1 finally, and it was pretty cool, but didn't really get that far in it. And I remember it came out on 360, Far Cry Instincts or whatever it was called, and I remember playing a good amount of that and think like, oh, this game is awesome. And then the twist happens where, sorry, you become like partially mutated or something like that. You fight mutants, and I kind of doped out. Like it just lost me. But yeah, there's different things in each game that are just like, I don't know. I don't know why they do that. It's just this need to, I guess, it feels like they're trying to reinvent the wheel all the time, but they don't need to, and they're not competent or something like that. It's just, it's weird. It's a weird series. But again, I think like, especially 3, 4, and 5, I think those games are pretty cool.
You ordered some ramen?
Yes.
Thank you for your patronage.
Wait, your train driving skills are out of this world. Are you a dense attacker?
What now?
No way. You don't know about dense attack? The most skilled drivers in Japan compete against each other doing tricks and races.
Dench attack? Is that really a thing?
Yes, you've got to try it.
Okay, let's do it!
Seen some people talking about this game, and some people are like, oh, this
now?
game is awesome, it's exactly what it needs to be. But there's other people like, man, the story in this game is really bad, but like, I don't think, you know, it's whatever. I think the story is here. I can see so far. What is this? I checked, I've got like, whatever. If it crashed, I know what I need to do. Sacrifices must be made. I just deleted a bunch of stuff. I think that was happening before, so whatever. Tell me how to get cool at this dinch attack thing. You're already pretty cool, but you definitely need tricks. Yeah, this is a train calibration station. Try stuff like flipping your machine in midair before falling back on the track. I see, like this. Ah, there it is. It is a real thing. Let's level up the kickflip. Oh, weird. Yo. Oh man, this is
That's
weird.
it. Now try to pull off as many tricks as you can on the circuit.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, I know I did.
Don't lower your guard, Emmy. Look out.
Disappointing. Oh, my brain isn't gonna process how this works.
I won't give up.
We'll get him next time.
Let me try that again.
I don't understand. I guess I failed. I mean, that would make sense, but I don't know where the end of the level is or anything. I don't know what's happening here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff flashing and a lot of controls. It's weird. It's like the controls are like Tony Hawk. No, they're closer to Skate. Like they're closer to one of the Skate sims because you have to do all the weird right stick stuff. But you need to like jump and then time your jumps and then make sure that you're landing on the track. And sometimes the track's broken or there's something in front of you, so you have to slam down. It's a lot going on here. A lot more than you would expect from a weird train game. Looks like everything just froze. Hold on. There we go. Just talking about a minute ago. All right. Hang on a second. Steam issues. Man, everything just went really bad. Hold on. I'm gonna delete something after the Legion. I don't know what's going on with the screen. It's like dark. All right, so I had to disconnect from the I guess I can cut this thing on. Where is this right here? All right, so I'm using the thing in handheld mode right now to try to figure out what's going on with it. I also don't know when the dogs are barking. Sometimes they have these moments when they just kind of one will barks, the other one barks, but they don't know what they're barking at. And as once they start barking, they kind of go back and forth. It's awesome. It's space free. Hmm. I guess I'll delete something. Weird. I got the dog just came in here and just starts barking in the room, but not at me. Just in general. All right. Deleted Black Ops because that game is weird on this thing anyway. It runs fine. Um, actually, no, it doesn't. There's a weird issue with the Black Ops on the Legion where the game runs technically totally fine. See, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. Look at the game showing up on my end. That's showing up on here. The world. It's off. Back on. Get anything? Come on. There we go. Um, but yeah, Black Ops is a game where like it runs fine technically, but if you use a controller, like sometimes when you look, the frame rate drops. It's like the polling rate's messed up. Um, I owned Rust, so I played Rust back when it was new with a bunch of friends. Um, I was really early, and I didn't really get into it, and then it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Um, yeah, Rust is weird. Rust is a weird game. Only because so my thing with Rust was like I remember hearing people complain about there being hackers. But when I played originally, it was like it was whatever. The sleepers, the people that log out and they're still in the world or whatever, and maybe you get killed in your sleep, sure, whatever, just normal stuff. This is a normal conversation. Um, but I hadn't played it in a couple of years, and they updated the engine. And when they updated the engine, I remember hopping back in and hearing people complaining about hackers. And I joined a server, just walking around, I just die. I'm like, what is this? And I found out people had this weird AoE thing where they could like press a button and I guess it would kill everybody within like a certain radius of them. Favorite game. This comes up. I think about this all the time. Like if somebody had asked me, hey, what's your favorite game? Like if I was to play any game, just kind of go back through it over and over and over, probably Earthbound. Super Nintendo. The series I spent the most time with, it's like I wish I could say it's like Street Fighter or something, but I spent a lot of time with Dance Dance Revolution still to this day. So tutorial, please. What? Okay, how does this work? Yeah, probably Earthbound. It's a normal day when suddenly.
theme park and resorts. With our probably infinite room generator, you and your family won't have to worry about a place to stay during the hectic holidays. Make sure to order your Odd Man now. Your
Yeah.
portable traversal
I finished a handful of those games. I finished the first one back when it was new. That's the game I played like every year or two. Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2. I remember liking Call of Duty 3 on the 360 back when it was new. It was weird, but I liked it. I liked it had a, I think it was called like a Warzone mode or something like that. It's not what it is now. It was like a big like, or maybe it was like Ground War or something. It was like a bigger match type.
Hey, it's Timmy again. We'll ensure that you can make
But I remember really liking that.
I'm joking.
It
Before you
was.
proceed any further, I'm gonna need your signature.
I can just keep wall jumping. I don't. This is weird. Lights 3, 4 came out, and 4 like, oh man, I was so hooked on 4. Then World of War came out, and I was like, I don't know. The like World War II games. That game seemed weird. It's still weird to me. I just replayed it recently. Modern Warfare 2 is what got me to tap out. Wait, what? Oh, it's already a sign. What? Sure. Okay, so that's my parkour button.
And another one, just to go over some basic training.
To carry only 2 weapons at a time. Take care and use your weapons responsibly. You know your weapon. Each has its own alt fire and play style. Sure. I just want to blow stuff
Basic
up.
work. Am I right?
I don't know. I've only played the base game. Like that's before zombies existed, which is weird. I never got into Call of Duty Zombies also.
Whoa, what a shot! Traversing the Oddcore is quite awesome. You know who else loves this place? The Big Man. Oh, my dear creator. You know, him and I used to eject from one variant to another until we found one that we absolutely loved, and, I'm mumbling again. Sorry. If you spot a cassette lying around, make sure to grab them.
I did. I got a VR headset, and I used to do VR streams from time to time. I can't do them because the 2 dogs I have now they don't. They seem to not be a fan of me playing VR stuff. I don't know.
Last one you have to sign.
Hold on. Odd man terms. Do not share it with anyone under no circumstances. Once you start the odd core with this device, you are limited to free of charge 5 minutes to experience the ride. Extra time or upgrades can be purchased at the hub. Each trip back to the hub during the run will put a 1 soul tax on all your what? Important features of Oddman V3. Left stick press to portal back to the hub. Restore souls collected from entities. Right stick spin souls, which are spelled with a $sign in dire situations. There are 2 ways you can restore health: kill enemies or dispatch their souls at your feet. Plays your favorite music. But yeah, so Subnautica. I bought it in early access, played it for a little bit. It was really, really, really early. I didn't really get it. Kind of bounced off of it. And I remember I started doing VR streams, and I had mentioned, I'm into horror games. Like I like Resident Evil and Silent Hill and all that stuff. And somebody's like, oh, you should play Subnautica in VR. I'm like, okay. So I did. No problems. And I guess they wanted me to come across that big whatever the thing is. I don't know what it's called. It's like a Leviathan type thing. I'm assuming I did. I went to like some underground. I went deep enough to like start finding really weird stuff. But yeah, it's still, I don't know. It seems alright. I feel bad about not getting more into it because Subnautica 2 seems really popular and I want to give that a shot, but seems redundant.
Let's get to know your odd man. Choose a card, shoot your soul, claim the upgrades, and
So,
crack these
what?
capsules if you need more souls.
Faster than better. Nothing.
Objective completed. Eject! Anyway, looks like you're low on HP. Try shooting some souls at your feet.
Oh, the souls go straight to the gun, and then I had to pick something up. I see it now. Okay. What do? What is? Oh man, I see. I was trying to figure out why I look at everything was like cut off. I understand now. It is all right. That makes make a lot more sense. Let's go back to like 800p. 720. Since I'm using this handheld thing, I don't want to like overload it. I'm on my PC. I could just use my PC. My PC's pretty good. But I like using this thing. For me, it's like if I want to take this somewhere with me, I can just, you know, disconnect and bring it with me. So, yeah.
Oh, let's see what variant you get next. Eject! Oh, a missing variant. Usually there's collectibles hidden somewhere here. Let's go find them. Uh-oh. So time for a crash course on your training. Oh, see the time on your odd man? Portal ought to buy more time.
So I guess I just... Man, I'm so lost. There's so much going on, I guess is the issue. It's a lot to process. I haven't played Soulstorm.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Oh. Oh, I have to sell it to him. I get it. Alright. Sure. What the hell?
All right, the floor is yours. Try to do better than the other guy.
Strange. still alive. That was dead. What is this? What the fudge? What is... Oh, whatever. I guess that's done. Ugh. What is this? Wait, what? Oh. Man, I need to pay attention to these objectives. It's not to kill everything this time, it is to collect them. What? Oh man, I had this stupid bumper here. There's this thing. Oh, you jerk. Got it. Alright, sure. This is a weird game, man. What did I... Wait, what? Oh, man. I need 2 cards. I only have 1. I see. I see. You're looking at things in this game. There's just so much going on visually. It's hard to tell what you're doing. Purge. Okay, so this must mean... Yes, Purge is kill. I understand Purge. Purge. What is that? I'm too broke. Alright. Weird game, man. No, I have no souls to feed. Dang it. Sweet, alright. Okay. That was a waste. Slide in the air to dive. Sweet. I guess I just whatever, man. There's a lot going on in this game. It's hard to figure out visually. Like, what am I looking at again? Alright, there's the exit. Alright, we're good. We're going back to the game now, I guess. Purge. What are these? Oh, the things. Okay, I get it. Whoa, what? See that happening. Wow. Thought it was safe. I thought it was safe. I figured since that thing like dropped down over my head, I was in a good position, but I guess not. I have a helmet. I have no time, but I got a helmet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Hmm. Oh man, the time's still going down. Jeez, I gotta get it together. There's so much. It's like a visual overload, and everything's happening. This like, what? Look at the colors, man. Stupid worm. Alright. Wow, these things are weird. Just run around headbutting people, I guess. That's cool. But the machine is down. 2 green cards. The uncommon. Let's get the bat flush. Alright, I guess I'll leave. It's weird. There's just so much going on in this game. Oh no. Good lord. Oh, this thing doesn't charge fast. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay. I think we're alright. Sure. Eject. Oh, man. Oh man. Alright, what's happening? There's a like a giant like health thing over there, and there's like 30 something seconds left. Oh, my soul bank is maxed out. Do I roll out? Do I go? Jerk. Let's go. Be alright. Purge. There's something else. The stuff keeps spawning in. Like when I'm about to leave, I'm like, oh wait, there's something here. And by the time I hit the button, it's too late. Because I could just slow down. I don't know. It's a long way to go. But there's no reason to do it either. Oh, it just takes you back down here. Man, I feel like an idiot now. If only I had looked. The hand. The hand of fate. There you go. I got the fighting boots, I got the bat plush. I guess I need this. Man, this is a weird game, dude. I guess I don't have any. That would make sense. How do I know what I have? Whatever, dude. Stuff in this game is kind of hard to look at. Check your items in the pause menu. Oh, up here, the backpack. Okay. Okay, I can see what I have, but I can't see what kind of stuff I've got. Whatever. Let's go. Oh my god. You have this giant enemy crab. Damn. Oh my goodness. I need to take out these mushrooms. I get it now. They're so far apart. It's 5 out of 10. I need 4 more. 3 more after this one. Where they at? Oh, I don't see him. Weird demon baby. What the hell is that thing? It's dead now. Man. I don't even see the other things. I don't see icons or anything. Oh wait, they're below me. Oh, I've only got 40 something seconds too. Okay. Corruption inbound. I only have 20 seconds. What do you mean? Man. What? Oh, game over, man. Game over. That's it. DED. Get it. Worst arcade game ever. This is it. I was expecting to get like really, really, really fast or do like a double thing. Like, you know, you got like one thing like right after the other. There we go. Something like that. What was it? 300 seconds? Like, come on, what are we doing? It's getting there. I hit 500 seconds, I'm gonna tap out this because this is nothing. Every time I say it, it gets a little bit harder, but not much. I mean, the thing is, if you get hit once, you're done, so. It's getting harder. It feels like they're actually moving now. It feels like they're not stationary. It feels like they're coming towards me or something. There's 500 seconds. But they are moving. You see how they're getting, like, skinnier? I think. Maybe it's just my eyes. Oh, failed. It's awful. Rat smack. Odd Vaders. I'm good. Yes. Yes, queen. Stupid. Shiny. Lock in. Lock in. Beep boop bop. Bzzz. Where the rainbow? They got lazy with this one. Stupid. What is this? Biatch. I get it. Meow. Emma Ninja. Oh, I'm fan. Big bombs go boom. It actually comes back. Oh, yo, what? You can get a grappling hook? Oh, man. They let you get a grappling hook. I just have to play arcade games. Oh, man. That's pretty tempting. Skeet ball. Yeet ball. See, I was making fun of it, and the game was making fun of it too. So it was, man, layers. Big man's joyride. Whoa. Out of tokens. I would have got more tokens, but what's it called? Damn it. Alright, let's back out. It's pretty cool. This game is pretty cool. I can see why people get hooked on it. Like, it's really quick, and it's like the runs are in your control, but they're not, but they are, so. Hmm. TDR time. July 14th. What the hell? Why would it set? Whatever, it's a Windows thing. I swear, man. Windows does this stupid stuff where, like, you'll put a setting in and it just goes back to what it was before the last update. Like, it doesn't remember what you said. Old Windows wasn't like this, I swear. Windows 11 started off so good, and it's just going down. Like, the more they try to integrate Copilot and all this other stuff, it just gets worse and worse and worse. It's like more, I don't know if bloated is the term. I don't know. This would be disappointing. There's a no. There's no trip machine. Yeah, this would be pretty disappointing. Going to the arcade and being, oh, they have the super long mixes. Or they labeled as long songs. This is no. What is the We Drink Ritalin song? Is it on this one? I don't remember. You Chase Solo, Hot. You Chase Solo, We Drink Ritalin. It's my first exposure to Eurobeat. Was like playing Initial D and then seeing this game and then being like, what the hell is this song? And then somebody had mixed together like Initial D and like random early 2000s energy drinks. You alright, Peely? Without my dogs in the room. Song. But it's in 5th mix and it's one of the hardest songs in the game, I guess, so whatever. Go 2x. This is one of the ones where you have to like hit like up, left, down, down, or something like that. Some weird rhythm. No, wait. Isn't it? I think this is it. Used to hate that step right there. The steps where you have like you hit an arrow, then you jump, and you hit another arrow. I used to hate them, or like you have to like hit an arrow and like the next 2/8 notes are like opposite directions. Like if you hit up and right for the jump and you have to hit like left and then down. I used to hate those because there'd be days I'd, work or not work, be at school all day, go to the arcade, go play this, and like maybe I didn't realize my shoes were like too big or something like that. It would just cause all sorts of weird friction. Like it was actual like pain. Shaba, shalaba, laba, shabala, hey. Shabala, hey. Shaba, shalaba, laba, shabala, hey. Man, I miss back when songs had steps. There's a song called DDR, I think it's an 8th mix. Or is it later? It's probably not an 8th mix, I think it's another one. No, it is here. This song was one of like it's like the hardest one to unlock technically. And it's a bad song, but what it does is if you know DDR history, like if you played the games, it does this thing where it's like, it's 1 minute and 34 seconds. And it goes through, to me, it goes through different eras of like them figuring out like, oh, hey, we can do this kind of stuff, and kind of builds with each other. It's a really fun novelty song. It's not a good song, but it's a fun thing to mess around with. played the song in forever. This is one of the songs I used to occasionally play. I was never all that good at. Some people really liked the music though. Sure, whatever. Up, get out of here. I remember this is one of the songs I used to use when I was trying to get better at DDR. Oh my god. I can't believe this game. I've been playing this for over 20 years. Like, just between pad and controller and stuff. Like, what is it? 23 years. This was one of the songs that I have memories of playing on DDR Max. DDR Max was the home version I played first. I had rented the first DDR for PlayStation, and I think they had like maybe like another one that came out after that, Konamix, that I rented. But I didn't have a PlayStation. I had Gleam and Connectix VGS emulator, so I would come to this side of town and have a computer at home. Come out to this side of town, rent the game. Hopefully, I could play it on my computer with the mouse and keyboard. Not mouse, well, keyboard mostly. I didn't have a good controller because everything back then was. It's not like now with USB. You had to use the game port, whatever they used to call it, on the back of the computer when you had to like screw in all this stuff. But I remember renting DDR and reading about it in the back of some magazines like Game Pro and Tips and Tricks and stuff, and a little tiny like, hey, here's what's going on in Japanese arcades, and seeing me like, I want to play it. I rented it, and I wanted to see what it was like, and I start the game up, and it's just arrows coming to the screen. Like, what the fuck is this? What is this? It would have been stuff from first and second mix, so let's just say it's a little bitch. Maybe it's this, whatever. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the song, and I just see arrows coming to the screen. What do you do? And I start hitting the arrows on the keyboard, and they're not doing anything. But I thought you had to have a dance pad, but I think what it was, maybe you had a jump where it was like two opposite arrows. I didn't understand the timing or anything. It's just like back then, you put the game on, like, I'll just let it go. So you sit here, because I've seen people do this in the arcade. At least now they have tutorials. But you start playing the game, and it's like this. You're like, okay. And you see stuff flashing. All right, cool. And there's like a life bar or whatever. It used to be at the top. Different. And you look, and you're like, what is this? And you start pressing arrows, and you're like, what am I doing? And it didn't occur to me you have to wait until they get to the top, because rhythm games were new. The only one that was out that I knew of at the time was like Parappa. Back out of this. So I rented it, couldn't figure out how to play it, just had the game for the weekend, so I just kind of went through the menus, whatever. Next weekend I rented Bust a Groove, which is way easier to understand. Anyway, years later, I get a PS2, and I had some friends, and one of our friends was like, oh dude, you gotta come to my house. I got this really cool game. I was like, what's that? And he's like, I got Dance Dance Revolution. I was like, what? He's like, have you heard of it? I was like, yeah, I have. I've always wanted to play it. And they told me, oh yeah, an arcade down here has it. I was in marching band at the time, so I didn't have my Fridays or Saturdays free, which is when everybody would go do stuff. But I remember they had DDR Max, and we're going to their house, and you know, everybody would come over. Like the one person that had it, everybody would go to their house and try to play it. And playing stuff like this on like light, like, oh man. Screw one of them. That was one of them. I'm looking for one of the nicer, like, more chill songs. A nice, easy song. This was one. So I remember playing this, because they didn't have beginner. They didn't have this difficulty back then. You had light, medium, and then heavy. That's the three. I remember going to their house, and we'd all just play, you know, just try to, you know, have fun or whatever. Take turns. And everybody was just trying to, you know, figure out how to play it. And I didn't tell anybody, but I ended up getting the game because I liked it so much. I didn't want to have to go to this one kid's house to play it. So I remember getting the game, getting a dance pad, getting the Britney Spears dance pad. And like, it would be like this. Everything would just be like, you know, my timing would be off. This is one of the songs. But I ended up, you know, I was playing the game on light and, you know, trying to get better. And they found out one of the arcades near us had the game. So they started going to the arcade like every other weekend to go, you know, play arcade games. And DDR was there. And it's like, dude, that sounds so cool. But I was also really shy and didn't want to do anything in public in front of anybody. Definitely not DDR, you know, unless I knew what I was doing. So they all had the game. Like one, it was two people that had the game in my friend circle on opposite sides of the neighborhoods. They'd kind of, people would go to one person's house or the other person's house and play. I got it, didn't tell anybody, had my dance pad in my room, you know, just practice. Just practice. Like come home from school, we're gonna go play DDR, I'm gonna skate for a while, and when it's too late to skate, and before it's time to go to bed, I don't have to do any homework, just play DDR. I just kind of grind at it. Like I literally, like if it was a Saturday and nobody wanted to hang out or go skate or anything, I would spend most of the day just playing DDR, just going through it. You know, I get tired, do whatever, and then go back to it again. Maybe hop on Counter-Strike for a while to break everything up. But eventually I got to the point where I could play stuff on heavy. And like it was songs like this, like, look at this is nothing. I remember they used to also make me nervous, so I'm gonna let it happen right now. So you got 5 combos. Nope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I did 10. And I would lose my combo because I would get so excited. Like, oh, I've never had a big combo like this before. I remember trying to get to 100. That made me so nervous. Like hitting 50 for the first time because the announcer would say stuff too. It was just some memories, man. 23 years, I guess. Like this is such a major part of my life. It also used to have there's a site DDR Freak where you could look up places that had DDR machines. So I would plan like, hey, someone's like, hey, let's go to the movies. Like, oh, let's go to this one. They're like, why there? Because they had a DDR machine. I'd find a way to work it out. That I remember sleeping on my DDR pad that I had for the PS2. Like, oh, so many memories, man. So many memories from that game, that series. And then like now, it's like if I get a chance to go, I'll go to the arcade and play it. But it's just that I work like usually like 11, 12 hours a day. So doing that and then driving 30 or 40 minutes to an arcade to go, that's like a crowded-ish arcade. And everybody nowadays does that stamina style playing. They all play like really hard. Everybody's playing stuff like this. And they're like just shuffling around the center of the pad, like using as little energy as possible. Because they've min-maxed DDR. And I'm like, man, gotta move. That was actually what I appreciated about Beat Saber when it came out, is that Beat Saber required you to actually move, but then people found out at some point, like, oh, you can just kind of like do like little hand motions like this, you just start doing stuff with your wrists. I had gotten to freestyling a DDR, and if I do it now, people are like, "Dude, I've never seen anybody do that before. Like nobody remembers that. It used to be such a major thing in the series. Like pick a song like this, and just kind of come with a little dance routine. What's that song? This song actually has a pretty good chart. It gets skipped because you know it's an American song, but like it's got a really good chart. Where's my song on? Reach the sky without you. No, it's not this. Song is so cool. The song is really cool too. The song just, it's all over the place. Like this part right here, this transition, like how it comes out of nowhere and it builds in this and stuff kind of goes on around it. It's really neat. It's got a part that slows down a little bit. You get that right there too. Like, oh, it's so neat. Like there's stuff in modern DDR that I hear, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I like this. I like this. So most people just go with this now, so they'll do like maybe like a C350 and everything moves at the same speed. I had to talk about this recently. Like, yeah, the part of the challenge of DDR that made it different in the group and in the group was out is that DDR would have a lot of stuff that kind of really synced up to the music, but they would do a lot of really neat stuff like pausing the tempo. So if you play it like this. We'll play the whole song. I'm gonna replay it too. So this didn't exist back when I was younger. Back when I was learning how to play DDR, what you had instead was you just had you could speed it up by like 1x, 2x, whatever. Old DDR, you had to know a code. Like it was even more restricted, like up until DDR max. So instead of holding the start button down, you'd have to like enter like left down right or something like that. Pump It Up still uses a lot of those codes. So if you play this game or the song how it's intended, you can speed it up. And this is just a multiplier. So instead of everything being spaced out evenly, what it'll do is it'll mess with the tempo. So the hardest thing with DDR to me, what I like about it is that it makes reading stuff part of the challenge. This song is a 16. If you speed it up to like 400 constant, you can read it easily. It's no problem. Or sometimes the song goes like super fast, so you get something like this. right here. Like reading that right there is part of the challenge of the song. So when you get rid of that part, like if you just speed it up completely, make it a constant what's it called? I was gonna say constant frame rate, constant BPM, like a constant scroll speed. It gets rid of the challenge. I like the fact that DDR used to mess around with stuff like that. They might have a thing where like, actually, what is it? Is it Facts Unlimited? Has a lot of slowdowns that sync up with the music. If you know the song, it lines up perfectly. If you don't know the song, you're like, wait, what is this? That was it's not the same chart, but they used to have a thing called Chaos. The Chaos when it spiked, it was stuff like that. Man, DDR is so cool. There's so much to DDR. And it's still around, and it makes me so happy. Like when I go to the arcade, I can't believe this is still here. Like when they did DDR A, is it DDR A20 where they re-released the cabinet because modern DDRs are on like LCD screens, but they're also widescreen, and they re-released the cabinet, and it's a gold cabinet with like gold steps and stuff like that. It's so cool. It's the neatest thing. Man. All right, let me see if Street Fighter 6 loads. Because what happened before is I tried to open it up and it started, got to the menu, and then just crashed. So I got here, and then it did this, and then it just crashed. And then, what's it called, rebooted. Oh my goodness, hey Pam. Hi Pam. What time? Oh, I guess is it quitting time? It's time to get out of work. Ah man, there's so many people's schedules where I like base my day around. I was like, oh wait, what time is it? Oh, this person is free. That means this is going on. Man, oh man, oh man. Ah, need more. I need to find another rhythm game I can play that's like doesn't require a new rhythm game that doesn't require internet. That's the hardest thing for some reason. Like, luckily there's that they just played Project Outfox or like DDR or whatever. But like, I think Pump It Up. I was gonna buy that on sale, but it requires you to be online. DJ Max is a great game, but I had to give that game a negative review because like you could lose internet for a split second and it deletes your score. It's so stupid. It's the worst. Like, I don't understand why rhythm games are so obsessed with constant internet connections. And the other thing about DJ Max is DJ Max is like an 80 gig game. Like I cannot justify having 80 gigs tied up in my computer. What is this? This is not what I want to see when I turn this thing on. Anyway, whatever. Um, Happy birthday, Ryu. It's in 2 days. What the heck is this? Esports World Cup. When does she come out? She's the beginning of August. There's no when. I can't believe they're putting Tifa in Street Fighter. I'm one of those people who thinks that she would have been a perfect fit for Tekken. I'm happy that she's in Street Fighter. Rather her be here, I guess. But it just feels like a better fit for Tekken. Because Tekken is all hand to hand. The 90s are back. The new Street Fighter trailer is pretty cool. I've seen it in a couple of movies. I'm like, yep, can't wait for that. Receive all items. I don't remember if I played this or not. I have. I don't remember this. I don't remember this at all. Clearly I did, though. There's so many little tiny moths to get in this house. There are lyrics in her song? There are. Weird, you can barely make it out. I can barely make it out. Let me turn this up on the stream. Alright, we'll go here. Pain. Sure. Quarter circle back to quarter circle forward. Quarter circle back medium punch being a follow-up to medium is really weird. There we go, I did something. Oh man. What a cute walk cycle. It's not as cute as Menat will always have like the best Street Fighter walk cycle. This is pretty cool though. 'Cause it looks like she's just like, whatever. What is that? Wait, what? What does that do? What is that? What is jumping? Hold on. What's up, dude? What is Suncrest? I need these games to explain what they're doing. I don't understand. What the hell is a Sunveil? Okay. What? What do you mean? You can't tell what it is? I mean, it's all good if you can. It's Street Fighter. So I guess... Oh, I see her Suncrest in the corner, so if I do this... always suck so bad with controllers in fighting games, man. Very confusing inputs. It's confusing inputs because this isn't something I'm used to seeing. Oh. Weird character. Homegirl shoots stars up in the air. Like, what is this? Yeah, she's no Menat. Menat, man, that's a character I didn't know people didn't. So she's like low tier. Menat was the most fun character because I think characters in Street Fighter that don't, not just Street Fighter, characters in fighting games in general that don't play the same game as everybody else have like a huge advantage. If you watch somebody play Mortal Kombat and they use a character that has like an air dash, they're already playing like a completely different game because they have some form of options for movement. Like having the ability to do like this, two these, having the ability to do stuff like this, especially with her, where it's just like it's an input. You know, I could be here and all of a sudden, nope, I'm here. Instead of having to rely on this, like makes you so much more dangerous. All right, we're good. Let's back out. I just wanted to see if this would work. Okay, let me do, I guess, a fight.
Arcade practice. Versus special online. Special versus special.
What's in here?
Extreme battle.
I don't want to do one of these. I just want to see what's in here now. Same stuff. They didn't add anything. Okay, cool.
Versus practice. Versus.
When the game came out, this is the one that's been around. It's, maybe. Street Fighter 6 has been around for like 3 years now, I think. Let me see. What's the release date? They're on season 4 coming up. And I think they do tend to stick to like a yearly schedule. Let's see. Street Fighter 6 is a fighting game. Came out, yeah, 2023. It is 3 years old. 5. Street Fighter 4 was the one that kind of like revitalized. To me, it revitalized fighting games, like gave them a big boost. I think Street Fighter 5, I thought it was a really cool game. Like it had some ideas, you know, it had some issues early on, but they worked a lot of that stuff out. But I think it got better as time went on. But a lot of people didn't give it a shot. And then Street Fighter 6, the thing about Street Fighter 5 is that when that game came out, Street Fighter 5 was the most bare bones game. It was I can't show you from this menu because it's a different game, but it was all it had online. There might have been 12 characters, maybe 12 characters, something like that. Let's say we have 12 characters. You have online, and there's this survival mode and training. Like they didn't have arcade mode. They didn't have a regular. I think they did have a versus, but it was just actual versus. There were no tutorials. There were no real combo trials. Or no, there's a tutorial. But it was like, oh, here's how you punch. Like really basic stuff. I think there were combo trials at the time. There might have been. It was just bare. So if you wanted to play against the computer, like for me, if I wanted to play like an arcade ladder, if you go here, this is the one where you play through 8 fights, 10 fights, and get to the end, you get an ending. They didn't have that in Street Fighter 5 when it came out. So there's a lot of stuff that was missing that people hated on for it. As a result of all the stuff they had to fight against the entire time the game was out, when Street Fighter 6 came out, you get all of this. Let's go back to the main menu. You get whatever this is. So World Tour, you get the Battle Hub, and you get Fighting Grounds. World Tour is their single player fighting like story, whatever. Each time they added the character in, they added some content to it. You kind of go around the world, you make a character, you learn moves, you kind of learn from masters, you get items, you can get custom clothing and equipment and power-ups and stuff to use in this mode. The Battle Hub is like the online lobby, so you kind of walk around this open space. Everybody's walking around as the avatars they create for the World Tour mode. You can do avatar battles in the middle of the floor, and you can see people actually out there fighting. Or you can go to like arcade machines and play Street Fighter. And you got this over here, which is just like if you want to just get straight to the actual game stuff. You got online and all this over here. Extreme Battle is a lot of like novelty matches. Like they'll have a match where it's like bulls randomly come out and you have to dodge them. Everyone has like bombs that pop up every now and then, so you have to watch out for those. You got this, which is your regular versus stuff. Practice, which has all the practice stuff, including combo trials. The guides give you an idea for how they think you should use the character. Tutorials is for the overall game, training, and you got the arcade, and a separate avatar arcade. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and they keep adding to it. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Let's go. So the original roster is the top 2 characters up here, and it goes all the way down to Ken, Chun-Li, Zangief, and Dhalsim. Everybody up from there, characters are in the base game. So you get 18 characters to begin with. Each one of these rows here is a different season. So this season here is exciting because they added in 2 guest characters, which people feel mixed about. But you get Terry and you get Mai. Yeah, I think the new design for Bison is super cool. I think he just looks neat. They also give you the skill rankings for the characters and how hard they are to use or whatever. So. Mess around this dude. I've never been an Alex fan. Wanted to. I'm hitting random, but I'm selecting what I want to fight, so whatever. Let's just go against Andy. This makes sense. Alex was the main character for Street Fighter 3 instead of being Ryu. It was all based around Alex. They used him as like, they would have him facing this guy Hugo, and that was supposed to be the like representation, like Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3. I wanted to see us. When I used to see him a lot, for some reason he was a mix between like Zangief and Guile. It's really weird, like thinking about character, like types of characters. Them making a grappler into the main character for a Street Fighter game is like such a bold choice. Nice. Oh, he got me. The animation of the game too looks so good. Like the colors and stuff in the game are nice, especially if you go play. If you play like Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and you come back and it's like, ah, yes. And then like Guilty Gear's got its own style and all. What? Why would I run up to him as my first thing and against the grappler? As a person who's also playing a grappler, why would I use that? Nice. Again, bad choices. Bad choices. There are things that you just don't do against the grappler. Like you don't wake up into like, oh, I'm gonna parry this guy's attack. Because why would they attack you? Nice.
Final round. Fight!
Over here.
Yeah. This person's making any sense to that. Nice. Nice. What a reversal. What a reversal. What a maneuver. Right in the breadbasket. Oh, jeez. Missed it. Oh, no. Thanks.
Alex wins!
This game works alright. This is fine. The way all the menus in these games are split up is so confusing. Like instead of just going, like instead of heading back and going to the main menu and quitting, you have to go to the main menu, you have to hit start and then pull up this menu, then go to exit to the desktop in the bottom left corner. I don't know why they made all these games so dang complicated. It's such a weird choice. Funnel runners in the mound. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna tap out, just play stuff in handheld mode for a while. Yeah. I think I'll be on later today. I'm not really sure. My work schedule is gonna be busy this week too, I believe. I don't know. I'm not sure. they started construction on something at my job, and they're like in it, and I didn't know how it was going to impact us, and it looks like it's going to slow everything way down. So yeah, everything slows down, but I still have a lot of work I have to do, and I have to make sure that everybody's doing what they need to do just to keep everything moving. And the construction stops on Saturday, but another manager's gonna be out next weekend, so I think I'm gonna be here. I think I'm working Monday through Thursday, and then probably Friday and Saturday too. And I think next week I should have a regular schedule again. We'll see. They might make me take off a day this week to work Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. We will see what happens. This game is so complicated. There's so much going on. Like drifting and switching tracks and jumping over obstacles and slamming down and doing tricks without burning out your meter, and it's a lot to think about. Anyway, like I said, I will be back later. Thank you for stopping by. I guess I can stall for 20 more seconds, 30 more seconds. I think at Final Fantasy 1, speaking of stalling, I keep getting games on things and be like, I'm gonna play this on here, and then I forget what I get it on. I load this up later and I'm like, wait, what? I bought that game. I got 4 and 6 here. I don't really care for 2, maybe 3. 5 is whatever. But I wanted to get 1. So just gotta get it next time it's on sale. I don't want to spend the $10 on it. Oh, you're talking about here, let me load one of these up. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Since I'm still here. I made it to the 2-hour mark. The biggest thing for me with this game versus the original is the original. I think the original still looks better. Smart. Yeah, I need to play the like 007 First Light. I forgot all about Indiana Jones. There's so many games. I got like the second Horizon game. That's good. It should be empty. It's less stuff to move. You have to move again. Smart thinking. That's me anyway. Here, let's go. I don't have a ton of stuff in this room. This is everything I have, pretty much. It's all in here. And it's mostly like this because I've had to move so many times where I got tired of like having stuff and having to pack things up. Here we go. So the main menu looks different. So here's what they changed. When the game came out, obviously there wouldn't have been modern and classic movement. Aim assist, I don't mind this being on because I'm using a controller right now. I set everything to low just so it runs good on here. The biggest thing that they changed was the stuff down here. So you have the classic lighting. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to go into the game. Is that it? I think that was one of the biggest things. Because that was the thing that sort of ruined the vibes of specifically Vice City. Not Vice City, San Andreas. Looks fine. Everything looks fine. But again, the classic lighting changes what the world looks like. And then it also changes like your visibility. So like on the PS2, I probably wouldn't have been able to see over there as clearly as I can now. People complained about it, like, hey, the game doesn't look right, and they didn't understand it because I think they're like, oh, we made everything, we maxed everything out. It's like, yeah, but that's not what the game should look like. Like, having this on changes, you see how it changes the way the game feels? Like, it makes the game feel darker, like moodier or something. I don't really know what the word is I'm looking for, but it gives it a different vibe, even the way the streetlights look. And if you turn that back off, this wasn't an option to begin with, so it was like little stuff like that they had that you didn't have any control over. It's different. It's just a different atmosphere. it's so weird how they had little tiny things like that. There's that, so I usually leave this on. There is the view distance, which, like, if you were to use the, I don't think I have options over here. It's not here. But if you use like the PS2 and like load that version up and you go play GTA 3 and just how the game is, you can't see nearly as far as you can in this version. It's not super bad. But that was the big thing. That was the biggest thing they changed to me. Yeah, it's still got stupid stuff that you can do in the game. They also had used a lot of AI upscaling, and they were like, no, we didn't. And like, this says the Bowler's Fist specialist in the giant pints. The Bowler's Fist part would have been fine, but with the AI upscaling, like the bottom part right here would have translated into something else because they didn't know what it was doing. Like they automated so many processes. Yeah, it was weird. It was just super weird when they came out. I'm gonna drive off this guy's car. I should have done that. That's a crime. So the handling on the cars is different. What else is different? So as you can see, if you look in front of me, you're gonna see the cars popping into the road. The way they're popping in here, they didn't used to do this. So like, okay, whatever. Let's go down here. This was actually a really good spot. So the cars, as you can see, I'm gonna say they're what, maybe like, let's say they're like 100 feet in front of me, using, you know, whatever the Imperial American system measurement. Pretty decent distance, so I can drive. You know, I can kind of dodge in and out of traffic. The way it used to work is you'd be doing this, and if you're going fast, a car would appear right in front of you at this red light, and all of a sudden you just hit somebody. That's what just caused this right here to happen, because it happens to the AI drivers if you're driving. But it doesn't happen to the player anymore. This is a big difference. This was broken originally. This is also where you get the really funny video and somebody explaining how the camera works in Vice or San Andreas, and they're playing a CJ. And again, you can always use the rear view camera. This has always been here. It's in GTA 3 also. When you did it on the bike, it would just be a picture of his camera, like, or his face, like, right in front of the camera. So instead of being able to see behind you, you're just looking at his face, just kind of going back and forth. I got the man after me. Better run. Alright, the man is no longer looking for me. Where is that mansion at? It's up here somewhere, right? Alright, I'm going over here just because it's here. Sweet. Alright, get out of the car. So, look at this. This looks nice. It's really clean. But again, the game runs a lot better than it used to. There's no real crashes anymore. The fog and stuff is how it should be. Like, you can't see clearly across the map. You can see there's stuff out there, but you can't make it out completely. They used to not have this. And then the biggest thing for me is this. If you use a controller, even using whatever, like the arrow keys and stuff, or mouse and keyboard, GTA 3 always felt weird to me on mouse and keyboard. Feels like it was designed for the PS2, which it was. But having access to a weapon wheel means instead of having to like just tap like the left or right D-pad, I can just do this and be like, all right, now I'm going to switch over to the shotgun. And now I have it. I want to go back to my fists. I want to fist somebody. You can run around fisting people. You got a bat. They don't want the bat. If they want the fist, they can take the bat. But that right there alone is like a huge benefit. It was that. Like, again, the way that the game moves is a lot better. I believe when they said the classic movement, let's go back over here. I think this has a lot more of this shuffling stuff or something. This added stuff in, and the thing is, they didn't used to give you the option to use any of the specific things. It's like, nope, you're only gonna play modern way with like the most like HD up-res AI scaled graphics, and it made everything look bad, like just different. But they pulled a lot of stuff out, I think probably from complaints. It's a metaphor for my life. Just slowly, everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. trying to hold on. I can't hold on. I'm just slowly losing control. Nope, now I'm dead. Now I'm dead. But yeah. I think it's alright. I think at this point, if you can get the collection for, I think it's what, like $20, $25 US. I think it's worthwhile if you like GTA 3. I do not care for San Andreas. I'm hoping I can fix that. The two games that I know I should like more, it's San Andreas and Metal Gear Solid 3. They're both from around the same time, like 2005. I felt like PS2 games were trying to get too, like, they were trying to do too much. They wanted to have like all these different systems and stuff. Once a day, once away, cure all cream for ring piece. Yeah, it'll be on sale again. I mean, it's July, so to me, I feel like once it hits, like, I don't know, when you get to the fall, you get the fall sale going on. Yeah, there's gonna be more sales. It's a clothing store. Alright, man. I will see you later. Peace. Bye-bye.